me also record this and let me make sure that everyone can see us on Facebook. Sorry, just 1 second. But for everyone that is watching us live, hello, welcome. Let me, okay, I can close this window now. So welcome everyone, it's Claudia from the Recover from HA support group, and tonight I am so overly excited. Well, it's night here in Sydney, Australia. I'm here to talk with my lovely Florence. So just to give you an insight, the first time that I spoke to Florence was in October 2021. We had a chat, a lovely chat, when she was going back from work and her period was missing and she was dealing with some few foods and, you know, training addiction. So we had that beautiful chat. And then she said, Claudia, I just need to go and sleep because I've been working all night and I cannot make a decision right now. And then we kept on talking for like a month. And then one day, and Florence is going to tell you everything about it, she decided to join Jade and I, the program and the Che community, and the rest is history. So, welcome, Florence. How are you?
I'm super, super fine. Thank you for having me here.
I was, as I said to you over the message, this is the live that I've been waiting to do for the past 5 months. So every single time that you send me a message over the past couple of months, I was like, okay, fine. This is the day. This is the day that she's going to text me that she got her period back, until one day you finally did. And it was also a true bleed, which is always a blessing. And I love that we are talking. I'm here in Sydney, 8 p.m. at night with my chamomile tea. And for you, you're in Belgium, midday, just about to start the day. And I love how nowadays we can actually connect and really get to know other people in this way, via Facebook, via Zoom. And when you join the program, you have been a tremendous support also to the other women that are part of the Che community. And that's something that I would like to underline, because from day one of joining us, you have always been there to lift other women up. And that's something that as I said, I would like to underline and to thank you for. Because sometimes it's not only about being focused on our own journey, but it's also about lifting other women's spirits and cheering them up, because you knew that your period was gonna come. You didn't know when, but you had that true belief that it was gonna happen. So let's start by, tell us, how did you lose your period in the first place?
Well, I think everything began in 2018 because I started a diet with a dietitian because I gained a bit of weight when I changed of work. So I was a bit stressed and eating more, and I gained a bit of weight. So I decided to lose it. So she told me, oh, you're so small, I think you will only lose a couple of kilos and everything will be fine. So let's aim for 3-4 kilos. Okay, let's do it. But at the end, I lost 8 kilos. But to lose them, I was fasting at the end of the process, but she didn't know. So she never asked me to do so. But as I saw I was losing, I was just getting in the move, and I was wanted to lose more and more and more, and so I get stuck in a bad circle. And I also began to run at that time, but I was still on birth control, so I didn't notice something was wrong. So when I stopped the pill in April 2019, I didn't have a period. So I didn't think it was a problem at the beginning, because I think I was thinking it was because of the pill, and your ovaries were a bit sleepy and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But then we got engaged with Cedric, and the perspective of getting married with a beautiful dress just motivated me more to do even more. So I didn't lose more kilos, but I got leaner and leaner because I started doing some HIIT classes at home because it was lockdown at that time. And then I began to notice a few changes in my behaviors because I was super stressed, super anxious. Everything was planned in my life. So I would get up and have a lot of coffee and fast and then do my workout and then go to work because I work in the afternoon and in the evening most of days. And then like this almost every day. And when my plan was not getting real, I would be super nervous. So Cedric and I were arguing a lot because of food. When he was proposing, I don't know, let's eat some random pizza, I was like, are you kidding me? This was not planned. No, or let's do this. Let's go to the seaside today. No, I cannot. I have to train and stuff like that. So this was awful. And I was constantly thinking about what I was eating or what I was doing as an exercise. And I was also walking a lot, almost every day, just doing something every day.
So it wasn't the missing period at the end of the day. It was the arguing with your spouse. It was the mood swings, the controlling behaviors around food and training. So yes, maybe you decided to seek help because you knew that not having a period was quite odd. But the reality is that there were so many other things going on underneath. I remember then when we had the conversations, then the first conversation, then you decided to go back and spoke to Cedric about what you were going through and the idea of joining the program. So what changed? What made you decide to look for extra support to get your period back and also to let go of the disorder behaviors?
In May 2021, I think, no, 2020, I don't know. I just discovered what HA was. And when I saw it and I read about it, I said, yes, this is what I have. So I bought the book of Dr. Nadi and I read it, and it was absolutely freeing because I knew what was the problem and I knew what I had to do. But my wedding was coming, so I didn't do anything. And then I met you. And of course, after the wedding, we still want a baby. So that was the extra motivation to heal. And my wedding was done. So I was super happy of my wedding pictures and my dress and stuff like that. So I could really move on and focus on the baby making. So that was the extra motivation. And this is the motivation of Cedric also. So he wanted a baby. He wants a baby with me, but he also wanted to have me back because he kept on saying that I was different from the beginning. So now he's pretty happy.
So let's fast forward 6 months after joining the program. How is your life different compared to 1 year ago?
Well, it's not, I think, yes, it's different, but it's not that different. I see. I just ate breakfast every day, and this is something I didn't do for a lot of time, and it's pretty natural now. So I eat every 3-4 hours, and I know now that when I think about food, this is when I have to eat because that's my body just telling me I have to eat, and there's no problem at all. So I just tell myself, then I'll have a snack. What do I want? Then I think for 2 minutes, and then I have the snack. And then when the snack is finished, I can go on with my life. This is the major thing of my meal plan, I would say. And then I still exercise a bit, 2 times a week. And I still walk once a week also with my friends because it's more a social walk than a sportive walk. And when I exercise, I only do strength workout. I never do workout without eating before and after. And I also press pause on the videos on YouTube just to have extra rest. It's something I could not imagine doing before, because I would do it. I would like to do it perfectly, just 100%. But now I do it at my own space, and it's great. And when I'm tired of, I don't in the mood of doing it, I don't do it, and that's all.
I love how relaxed you are about all of it. But the reality is that when I met you the first time, you had problems eating a yogurt, and you are really struggling to have breakfast and to let go of the training routine. So even though at the moment you're saying that your life is not that different, it sounds to me that many things have actually changed. And I'm wondering, how is your relationship with Cedric at the moment? Do you think that it has improved because of your recovery journey?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and we talked about that yesterday. We went for a walk, and I said, I'm more relaxed with food. No, have you noticed? And he said, yes, of course I noticed. This is so cool, because now we just talk about, what do you want to eat? Oh, let's eat that. Okay. And then tomorrow, what do you want to eat? Let's eat that. Okay. I say okay to everything, so he's super happy, and I'm also more relaxed. We don't argue that often, and I have also a more sex drive, so this is better also in our private life.
Well, especially if you want to have a baby and you just got married, having a sex drive is kind of something that you really want to work on. And unfortunately, so many women that push it to the side because it's a taboo conversation that it's not really talked about. So for example, if a woman goes to the doctor and say, if a man goes to the doctor and say, I don't have an erection or I don't have a sex drive, everyone is on top of it. Let's help you out. But if a woman goes to the same doctor and say the same thing, most of the time it's really pushed to the side. And, they sometimes say, yeah, it's normal. Like not having a period, yeah, it's normal. Not to worry about. You can always do IVF. And I'm so glad that you instead decided in investing in yourself. I remember that during our first consultation, we changed a few things in your diet, and you stick to all the changes, which is something that has really amazed me from the very beginning. Because even though you are quite resistant to changing a few of the things, you committed to the recovery. You said, I'm part of this, might as well do it. I'm spending the money, I'm joining a program, I might as well make it work. And it actually did. So I was wondering, do you think that being part of the CHE community has been supporting your journey?
Totally. I could not have done it by my own. I know it. I tried in October before beginning the program, but I could not challenge my thoughts and challenge my behaviors. And one day I would say, I will try that, but the day after I would not continue. So I really needed you and also the girls. And this was super great just to talk to you and all the girls from everywhere in the world. And this is so funny because, because we're in this together, and we have the same thoughts and behaviors, and we are so different, but also we all are the same at the same time. This is so crazy. And yes, I decided to commit in the program. I gave the money, so I wanted to do it 100%. And I knew it. If I wasn't doing things, nothing would change. So I would be stuck for a month and even years. So I just decided, let's do it.
And I remember that when you joined, it was actually a beautiful time because Carla joined at the same time. I think that you and Carla actually did part of the program together, and she got her period back as well, and she got pregnant shortly afterwards. So we are waiting for for another baby in the Czech community. And I love that also Laurent, which is part of the Czech community that has been doing the recovery journey with you, is actually watching us. So hello, Laurent. And I wish that I could ask her to join us in, but that's because that's something that we normally do on the group calls, but that's obviously not possible at this very moment. So tell me more about the future. What do you think that you're going to be focusing on now that you've got your first period back?
I think I might focus on decreasing a bit more coffee consumption, I think.
Yeah, okay. Because sometimes we think that getting our first period back is actually the end goal, because everyone talks about get the period back, you know? But the reality is that after you have the first period, life goes on and kind of the same problem remains. And it's all about how can you actually sustain the changes that you have made over the past few months, so then you don't have to go back to disorder habits and hypothalamic amenorrhea ever again. You also mentioned before that you would like to have a baby. So my question for you is, and you're more than welcome to share it only if you want to, but when would you like to start making that happen? If you're happy to share it, but you don't have to.
Well, now that I got my period, it's more and more concrete. So we're a bit excited about that. And I would say we are already trying, but now it's getting really real, like it's possible now. So I try to track my cervical mucus, and I have also OPK sticks, but now I'm on cycle day, I think 17, and I didn't ovulate yet. So I haven't ovulated yet, but I don't know. I think I will have a long cycle this time.
Yeah.
I think before I got the pill, I had a cycle of 32 days, I would say, and it was not always regular. So I don't expect them to be super regular or short. So I'm just waiting and learning to listen to my body. And I noticed that when my cervical mucus is in small amount, it's maybe that because I don't eat enough, or maybe because I move too much. So that's why I can just adjust my lifestyle to support my my hormones. So I'm waiting for my sore boobs because this is a sign I ovulate. I know it now.
Yeah, which I also would like to underline for all the women that are going to listen to the replay, that I get lots of complaints from women because they don't get the sore breast and they're afraid that their period are not going to come because they don't experience that particular symptoms. And I would like to say that everyone is different, and some women, they never experience sore breast. So you know your symptoms and stick to your body, to what your body is telling you. And I also love how your life has changed, because you are very controlling in terms of food and training. And now we are very intuitive when it comes to movement and eating patterns, because you just said it now. I see that my cervical mucus is not as abundant as it was before. And I know instantly that maybe I just need to eat more and move less. So may I ask you, how has your relationship with food changed over these past 6 months?
Dramatically. I would say my old habits were eating a lot of veggies, a lot of veggies, and I really focus on that. And I would left carbs on the side, and I would eat protein. So that's nothing new, but the carbs were a big problem. So I would make a salad with I don't know, 80% of veggies, 20% of protein and 0% of carbs. But it was if I was hungry after that, I would eat a slice of bread. But now when I make a salad, there's protein, there's veggies, there's fats like oil or seeds or salmon or avocado, things I was not putting in or also, and then carbs, rice, lentils, bread, stuff like that. So every meal is composed with all that stuff. And recently I added more and more fats because I told you, I think that was the problem. I was eating carbs, but not enough fat because I was still a bit scared of them. So I decided, let's do it. I know it's good for female hormones. I'm not different, so it will help myself, of course. So I added that in my meals also, and it's so yummy.
And can you tell me more about your experiences of going out with your colleagues and having pizza, for example, or other yummy foods that you didn't have before? How is that different?
Well, at the beginning of the program, I went to have lunch with my colleague, and we decided to go to one place, and it's kind of a healthy place. So we booked a table, and when we arrived, the table was not available. So one of my colleagues said, "Oh, let's go to the pizzeria there. They made so delicious pizza." And I totally agreed. They're the best pizza ever in town, but it was lunch, like in a Monday, and was like, no, I'm not having a pizza for lunch on a Monday. No, it's not possible for me. So I began a bit aggressive with that colleague, and I was so guilty afterwards. And I told her, and she said, yes, I didn't understand your reaction. I was just proposing a pizza, and it was so natural for her and so impossible for me. But now it's totally different. For example, last week, one of my colleagues told she was pregnant, so she bought some pizza for lunch at home, at work. I don't know, I think it was birthday anyway. And I just ate 1 or 2 slices of pizza with my meal. I had praying for from home. So I was just, it was just so normal for me. I just ate a slice of pizza for lunch, and that's it. Yeah.
So you went from not being able to have a spontaneous social meal with friends to having a random couple of slices of pizza during your working day. And obviously it didn't happen overnight because you participated to most of the group calls in the program. You have also spoken with Jade. We have done lots of mindset work. So for women watching, obviously don't get discouraged if this is not you. There has been a lot of work going on underneath. So I am so thrilled for the life that you're living at the moment, because first of all, I think that you have changed, like meaning your attitude has changed, and I've known you only for 6 months, but I've still noticed the difference. And secondly, because now you can finally call yourself free from behaviors that were really holding you back from living the life that you wanted. So sometimes I get on calls with women that have been trying to recover for 3 or even 4 years, and they're still very resistant to look for support. Sometimes they tell me, yes, but it's an extra month. I'm going to try it for another month. I'm going to try it for another couple of months. I'm going to add more carbs and see what happens. What would you tell to that woman if you are in front of her?
I would tell them, do it. I know it's a lot of money. Well, it's not a lot of money when you know what's behind, but at the first thing what came in my mind was, yes, it's a bit yes, it's not a lot of money, but you have to give it, and it's like, okay, I don't know, because you don't know if it's gonna work and you don't know what's behind. But when you are in the group, you just understand, yes, I should have started way before. And I also listened to a lot of podcasts you shared, and was very curious. I was not searching for the perfect solution. I was just trusting you and trusting all the girls. And I know you advise some stuff, but a lot of women advise the same thing. So you have to trust professionals. So, and you have to challenge yourself. If you never challenge yourself, you will never go forward, never. And I think this is the hardest thing. And that's why I needed support, because I couldn't challenge myself. I couldn't change my habits for a long time. I would change for a couple of days and then go back to where I was. So I think you have to deal with really bad days, really uncomfortable days, so you can feel better afterward. And I still have some days where I feel crap, I feel bloated, and I feel bad in my pants and stuff like that. But I know there are also a lot of beautiful days where I feel free, I feel relaxed, I feel good in my skin and full of energy. And that's the reason you should do it. For example, I always say, before I was happy in my body 1 day on 10. And now I'm happy in my body 9 days on 10. So wow. It's a huge difference.
That makes my heart shine. And also something else that you just said, it's very important. Sometimes you just need to challenge yourself, and it is okay to sit in the suck. So sitting in the uncomfortable, because when we sit in the uncomfortable, that's how we can grow. That's how we can move forward. Because if we always stay in the comfort zone, then life becomes quite small, because we don't get to experience all the other beautiful things that are out there. Like for you, is being free around food, is being able to go to the Luna Park with your colleagues tomorrow and sharing candies in the car, which is something that possibly a few months back you wouldn't have thought that way. And maybe you had to squeeze a workout before jumping in the car and going to the Luna Park. And it's also the possibility of finally thinking of becoming a mother, because until you didn't have your period, that it was hardly a possibility. So yes, it has been uncomfortable, but look at your life now. There is growth, there is expansion, and there is more of you and more of life. So I don't want to put you on the spot, but I was wondering, is there any last word of wisdom or anything else that you would like to say or add to all the beautiful women that are going to watch this video or that are watching this video now?
Yeah, we didn't talk about the weight gain, and I think this is a major topic, and this is something most of girls really fear, and I was also super scared of it. But let me tell you, I don't know how much I weigh, and I will not put numbers in this conversation, but actually, I was so scared of being just overweight overnight. It's not the case. You see, it's not the case. No, I just changed a few clothes because I was not comfortable in them anymore. I could all wear them, but I was not great in them. So I decided to buy new pants, and I chose a larger size, and that's not a big deal. And most of people tell me I don't even spot the difference. So yeah. Of course, I'm a bit different because I'm less lean, but everybody tells me you're way better like that. you were eating carrots all the time. You were so body focused and weight focused and nutrition focused. You're better like that. So this is the best compliment I can get today, because I want to be a friend. I want to be a person people want to be with, and I want to be admired because I'm lean or because I eat salad. No, I don't want to be admired for that now.
Yeah, because finally you're focusing on your purpose in life and on a different identity. And sometimes I don't want to sound doom and gloom, but I always ask women to think about their last day on earth. So let's say that you die and you look back. How would you like to live your life? Yeah.
Yes. Like Lauren said, if you die tomorrow, nobody will care you had abs. And that made me smile.
It's a beautiful sentence.
True.
Absolutely true. Yeah. And if you look back at all the YouTube videos that you have spent doing, all the times where you have counted calories, weighed the food, these are all very non-important things if you look at your life in the big picture, and how only we have really few years on planet Earth, and we can really make a difference, which is why sometimes I get very passionate and very angry towards diet mentality, because it has been doing such a great disservice to women, because it has been holding us back, and it is currently holding many women back. So I'm really glad that at least for you, Florence, and for myself as well, life is definitely different compared to where it was back in the days. You have a French crowd following you, by the way, at the moment. You have Céline, which is saying hi as well. So,
Céline, t'es avec Louise? Non, si t'es avec Louise, bisous. She's with a friend, I think. They're having lunch.
I've always loved your spontaneity, because ladies, if you ever decide to join the HA community and to meet Florence in person, this is what you get. Like, Florence is just Florence. She doesn't hide. She doesn't hide. And that's how you have been helping so many women as well, because sometimes you're not afraid of telling the truth for the way that it is. You're like, okay, you have this fear. Come on, let's snap out of it. Let me help you. Let's move on together. And I've always found this extremely priceless. So thank you so much for being part of the program, from also allowing me to be part of your life. It has been an honor spending this month with you. And I'm really looking forward to keep seeing you and to see what's going to happen in your life. And also thank you so much for being part of this live and to share yourself, to share your story, and to share motivations for the women that are watching you and will be watching you. So I know that I've asked you already a couple of times, but is there anything else that you would like to say, or are you happy to simply say goodbye to everyone and just do it?
Well, I would really thank you, and thank you, Jade, and thank you all the girls in the community, because you were amazing from A to Z, and it was really life changer to meet you. And as you know, as you said, I would like to just keep on chatting with you during the next month and years. So I'm super happy that you get a lot of great results also with me, but also with, for example, Claudia and Carolina, because although those girls got their period back, and for some they had a baby, and this is really beautiful. There are some beautiful stories in it. So thank you very much for everything.
There are actually some very beautiful stories, and yeah,
you should read a book.
I think that I have the best job in the world. If you ask me, I think that this must be the best job in the world. Also giving birth to children, though, which is your job. That's another one. Yes. That's another great one.
well, you are needed, and then I can work. Give me some work.
Exactly, we're helping each other out here. All right, Florence, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that you enjoy tomorrow and your day at the Luna Park. My doors are always be open for you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week on the group call. And for all the other women watching us, thank you. Thank you for being here. And if you have any question for Florence, just post it in the comment section so I can send you, or I can send her all your beautiful messages. Thank you so much again, my love. And I'll speak to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.